Ever wanted to have a career in the fine art of jamming a pair of 6-inch long death needles into your own eye in order to augment yourself, only to later find out that you've been repeating this for months, or perhaps realizing that removing said augmentations causes you to lose all your memories following your manual ocular assault? Oh, and did we mention that your workplace is swarming with psychic cosplaying tumor spiders? Then perhaps 2017's Prey should be right up your alley. Or rather, your dimly lit space station corridor. We've been busy playing Arcane Studios' horror FPS, and we'd like to share our perspective on the game. What we thought was good, what we thought was not so good, and what we thought was utterly horrifying to the point of insanity. Here is our point of view on Prey. Stumbling through Talos 1 with your wrench in hand, you may feel a certain comfort. It's not the urine steadily streaming down your leg, but the familiarity of the game. While many aspects of Prey set it apart from other games of the same genre, such as the glue cannon or the looking glass screens, it still feels like a classic FPS game. You have the protagonist, wandering a science facility, hunted by strange creatures, while simultaneously trying to uncover an unfolding mystery and survive against the everlasting onslaught. The world is rich in lore and atmosphere, and you often find yourself overwhelmed. It's you versus the world. If Bioshock and Half-Life had a baby, it would be a complete miracle considering video games cannot produce children.
When a game has built up enough tension and suspense that you are starting to suspect that your very own shoes are going to come alive and drain your soul, the very last thing you want is for it to all come to a halt with arduous loading screens. Although this gives you enough time to run around and hit every object you have in your house with whatever wrench-like weapon you can get your hands on, such as a wrench, this effort would be best spent in the actual game itself. While the loading screens aren't insanely long, I'm looking at YouTube, Nukem, they still remove you from the game's immersion, and nobody should be forced to look at their reflection in the TV. Oh god.
Many FPS games tell you where to go. They're linear. Move from point A to point B, kill the badmans, then repeat. Prey doesn't force this. You can choose where to go. You can go back to where you started and discover new things. It encourages exploration and gives you the tools to go where you want, when you want. Not only this, but you can play your own way. Want to play as a fully voiced female instead of the male protagonist? They got that covered. Want to play stealthily instead of guns blazing? Go ahead. Want to shoot Nerf darts at a phantom just to piss it off? Be our guest. You'll almost certainly die, but at least you can do it.
While spreading your wings and trying to glue your own path rewards you with rare materials and Easter eggs, it can also give you a great sense of achievement. However, if you're simply trying to complete the last couple of objectives for an area, attempting to reach said objectives can become rather tedious. While Prey does have simple waypoint markers, the game could benefit from an optional path marker system, such as the glowing trail in Fable 3 or the arrow system in Bioshock Infinite. Even a neuro mod that allows you to find secret trails of certain objectives would help the navigationally challenged. I'm sure this wouldn't affect many people since the game encourages exploration, but some of us just want to get to where we need to without jumping through hoops or on precarious glue platforms. I don't trust that stuff.
If Where's Wally has taught us anything, it's that finding hidden things can be damn good fun. And his name is Wally, not Waldo. Waldo isn't even a name. The majority of your time spent aboard Talos 1 involves you hunting down the multitude of monstrous mimics before they can maim you. While later on you can find a mimic detection chip, the first chunk of the game keeps you on edge. They could be anywhere. They could be anything. It's an evolution of the classic hide-and-seek game, but with the added bonus of being able to murder the little bastards when you find them. Without going to jail.
Now I don't know about you, but when it's time for me to leave this squishy lump I call a body, I want to pass peacefully in my bed as an old man, not being orally violated like an underage anime schoolgirl trying to fight off a pixelated tentacle creature. Mimics have an interesting way of reproducing. All you need is one Homo sapien, one Typhon Cacoplasmus, and a little bit of tender lovin', and you have yourself some adorable baby death monsters. I feel dirty. I'm gonna go clean up now.
Where Prey truly shines is at the variety of options at your disposal. You have an ever-increasing arsenal, ready to destroy whatever may cross your path, or in some cases, creating your own path to cross. Whether you're the strong silent type or the guns may kill good type, this game will cater to your every need. Not only that, but the enemies are plentiful. There are only a handful of enemy types, but they can all modify and change, even becoming elemental, and if all else fails, you can save the environment and recycle. That's efficient.
So picture this. You enter a room ready to euthanize the Typhons in the area, ready to swing that wrench like many quite possibly unhinged protagonists have done before you. You look around, waiting for the bucket in the corner to spring to life. You're sweating, you're anxious, you're practically shitting yourself. Suddenly the music stops, only to have an obnoxious orchestral sting blast you in the face as a mimic reveals itself. Got me, you cheeky bastard. Yeah, got me again. Seriously? Alright, we get it, you're scary!
The game is rich in story and character depth. While the history of the station can be easily discovered, the happenings of the station before, during, and after the Typhon outbreak are fun to stumble across. You may find a lab full of post-it notes saying, "Not a mimic," on absolutely everything. Or perhaps you may meet the jolly Gluey McGlueface, the lovable glue man. No! Gluey! In the family, you monster!
We're fairly certain that Prey was at least somewhat inspired by the popular Gmod game type Prop Hunt. So I say this to you, Arcane Studios. Where's the multiplayer? Imagine a mimic hunt mode, where one team has to blend into the environment and the other team has to hunt them down. It would be an absolute sensation. Even Modern Warfare Remastered introduced an official Prop Hunt mode, and the players loved it. Not only that, but while a major factor of your experience in Prey is that you were alone against often overwhelming odds, it would be infinitely better to have had a friend join alongside you. If not a co-op campaign, then perhaps a separate side campaign. Missions varying from overwhelming last stands to sneaking past a nightmarish entity or two. One player could play as Morgan, and the other could play as Morgan's brother Alex. Speaking of which, now I don't know about you, but someone needs to spell out to Mr. U that impersonating a human-like Jabba the Hutt isn't exactly healthy. Maybe running away from a few Typhons could help him out. But in the meantime, here's a few nicknames for him that we've come up with. Well, there you have it. Some of our points of view on the game that we wanted to share with you guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I just saw my grandfather's urn shift a bit. Uh-oh.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We're planning on making this a regular series, not just for games either. Whatever entertainment media we can and want to review, we'll likely make another POV episode for your viewing pleasure.
Plus, before you mention it, yes, this series is heavily inspired by Outside Xbox and Outside Extra. We're both long-time subscribers and absolutely love their content. Check them out if you can. They make much better content regularly.
If you're new to the channel, check out our highlights. They're the best bits of our gameplay shenanigans, and there's already more than 50 episodes. Or consider watching the POV playlist. It'll have every POV episode from Prey to whatever comes next.